Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we have a little bit different content for you guys. I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey of building my brand new Rossi R95 chambered in 4570. So here is the firearm in question. As you guys can see, very beautiful. It is bone stock. At the moment, it does have the side gate, which is primarily the reason that I bought this particular rifle. But if you're like me, I love tactical space cowboy builds, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So for reference, I'm sure you guys remember this one. This is my G-Force Lever 357 by G-Force Arms, and this one was kind of cheating. It did already come with the M-Lock rails, so all I really did was throw some parts on it and a butt stock pad, but it did turn out absolutely beautiful. The only thing I didn't necessarily like about this one is that, of course, it was a top gate, so I did have to go ahead and purchase the side gate in 4570. But we're going to go ahead and turn this bad boy into basically this, but just a lot cooler. And of course, before we get started, I'd like to point out that we do have an ongoing giveaway, which you guys can enter for nothing. It's not going to cost you a penny. Just drop down below, take a look at my Facebook page link, and it has details on how to enter to win this UUQ. This is a 3-9 by 40 EG rifle scope, and it can be your guys' right before Christmas. The deadline is going to be 12/20 of 2024, guys, so be sure to get entered to win one of these bad boys. Very simple steps. It's not going to cost you a penny, and I'd love to get back to my fantastic subscribers. So we have this nice little box here. I wonder what could be inside of it. Just kidding. It's Ranger Point Precision, guys, so I'm very excited to get to slap this on my brand new R95. I've been wanting to do a Ranger Point build for quite a long time, so this was my entry point into doing so. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got. So I did end up going with the olive drab green. This is the set, absolutely beautiful, and of course we got the M-Lock cartridge holder, which I'll jump into in a little bit. But these parts are absolutely beautiful, and I am by no means sponsored by Ranger Point. I'd love to be. Ranger Point, if you're watching, hit your boy up. Anyways, these things are absolutely sweet. I see them all over the place, and they look absolutely phenomenal on every weapon system that I've seen for the tactical space cowboy build. So, no further ado, let's jump into it. So if you're watching this, you probably already know a little bit, a thing or two about lever actions, but if not, that's okay. I'm here to learn, and I'm here to teach you. So before working on any weapon, we always want to make sure that the gun is cleared. In this case, it is. So we are good there. We're good to start working on a firearm. I've had this gun for less than 3 hours. I just picked it up. So I've been sitting on these parts for a little bit, and I'm super excited to jump into it. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe at any point. All your guys' support is greatly appreciated, per usual. But we're going to go ahead and break this bad boy down. We're going to start off with our stock. As you guys can see here, there is one simple takedown screw right there that we're going to be focusing on right this instant. So we're just going to go ahead and take our flathead screwdriver. Be sure not to scuff anything up here. Just feed that nice in there. We're just going to go ahead and get that right out of there. Alright, so now that we got this screw out, all we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to gently slide this off of here without mess anything up. Try to do this on camera for you guys. And there it is. Go ahead and take that and set it aside. Now here we have our Ranger Point stock. We're just going to go ahead and same process. Slip that right on over this. Get it nice and seated into position. Just like that. All we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and insert this flathead that we had taken out of the top previously right back into its designated location. For the next part, we're going to be taking the butt stock accessories panel along with the 6-slot quiver. First off, we're going to be taking this out of the package. We're going to insert it right along this top ridge of the stock itself. You guys can see it comes with the screws and everything needed. Let's go ahead and lay that right down into place, and you go ahead and screw it. We have the accessories rail on. We're going to go ahead and take the quiver now. We're going to seat this right into position, right where it wants to sit nice and flat. Looks like right there is the perfect spot. Go ahead and take the screws that they provided with this, and we're going to go ahead and do the same process. Just get it down into place. And here we have the quiver mounted. That looks absolutely beautiful. We're going to go ahead and move on to this little cheek riser that they included. We're going to get that mounted into place as well. So the cheek riser is installed. It does come with spacers and some longer screws if you do desire to use them. In my particular build, I do not need them due to my low profile mount that I'll be using. So we're going to go ahead and move along to our receiver right here, where I'm going to be mounting the Picatinny rail meant for this weapon system along with the hammer extension. So first and foremost, this particular weapon is drilled and tapped with flathead screws up top. So we're going to go ahead and take these out very carefully without scratching our weapon. And we're going to go ahead and replace them with the Picatinny screws that they included. And I'm sure, as most of you already know, for screws that you don't necessarily want to come out, in this case, this Picatinny rail, I'm probably not going to be taking off for quite a long time. Get some thread locker blue. This is Loctite, of course. You just go ahead and put this around the threads of whatever screw that you're going to be putting into place that you don't want to move, and it's as simple as that, and it'll hold it in place with a heavier hold. We have our Picatinny rail mounted on top. Got those screws Loctited into place. We're going to go ahead, slap our trigger hammer extension on, because I am going to put a low sitting LPVO on this. So I want to have a better extension on my hammer, which Ranger Point does offer. So we got that on there. Look how nice that is. Nice extension, offset to your right, whichever way you want it. If you're left-handed, you can put it on this side. This side doesn't matter. It just kicks it off to the side, especially if you have a low sitting scope, or if your scope's going to sit back a little further. Keeps it out of the way. Still allows you to safely release that trigger and help it aid it up back into place. So very nice piece there. We're finally onto our rail. This is basically the finishing point for this. Got this nice little accessory bag, which we will be delving into here shortly. First and foremost, we need to take our foregrip off that we have on currently. So we're just going to go ahead. There is a flat head screw like most of this weapon has up front here. So we're just going to take our screwdriver, get it into place, take that right out nice and easy. There is one on both sides, so keep that in mind. So once you get those two screws out, you're going to want to slide this piece forward. But as you can see, there is another screw right at your bottom magazine. So we're just going to go ahead and take that out as well. We have the weapon almost completely stripped. We have the mag tube off. We have everything taken apart. We have our handguard off. So the biggest thing that you guys are going to want to pay attention to is this little piece right here. These break very easily if you try to force them in, and they do need a little bit of light work with sanding done. But the first thing you're going to want to do is, when you get this far, take everything apart, is you're going to want to pay attention to this piece right here. It does have a little tiny spot weld. This is a newer manufactured weapon. The earlier models did have a little bit more welding involved, but this one just a little tiny weld. So we're going to want to break that loose, and the best way to do that is to use a non-marring hammer and just tap both sides rigorously and carefully until it comes loose, and then we'll go ahead and move along to sanding this, and I'll show you guys how that is done. After a little bit of a hassle, we did get this out, so now we're going to go ahead and we are going to get the dovetail around the same size. What we're going to want to do is get this about halfway to 3/4 of the way in the slot, and before then we're just going to want to take the sandpaper that they included with this kit and of course this piece, and we're just going to do a back and forth motion, sand it down, checking intermittently to make sure that we're not going too far, but just so we can get a nice good snug fit. Alright guys, so I am not going to sugarcoat it for you. Getting that little piece in was not very easy. It took me about an hour of sanding, and I decided to take a step further and pull out my file and do it a little bit quicker because the sandpaper was already getting pretty smooth, so it really wasn't doing anything. But we got everything put back together, and I went ahead and threw some of my accessories on. I did buy another little 2-slot quiver for 4570. But everything else is on here. I did put the Magpul hand stop up here along with some M-LOK covers. I do have a tactical flashlight from Voda2 that is getting shipped at the moment, so I'll do a little bit more to it. But the one thing I do want to touch on is the LPVO scope that I've decided to go with. I did purchase a Monstrum 30mm low profile LPVO bracket, which is very nice. It'll sit nice and easy on there, but I'll go ahead and throw it on for you guys and show you what it looks like. So we have our UUQ. This is the LPVO 1:6x24. I have done a video on this one before. I absolutely love it, and I had to get one for this lever action build. It looks absolutely beautiful. Guys, this turned out so good. Once again, I am not sponsored by Ranger Point or anything. I just really wanted to do a build video for you guys. I'm sure you guys see a lot of my weapons and like to see how they're done. So a little bit different adverse content for you, but this turned out absolutely beautiful. Like I had mentioned, there is a couple other things that I'm still waiting on. I got a compensator coming in along with the weapons flashlight, which I'll do a wire managed pressure switch and all that stuff to it. But so far, this thing looks absolutely sweet, and I'm so excited to get out and use it. I'll be sure to do a video on it very soon. It's absolutely freezing here in the Midwest. It's winter, of course, so a lot of cold weather, but the build turned out great, and I'm super excited with it. But I hope you guys found this video super informative, and I hope it helps you on your build if you're doing an R95 conversion. So thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you like what you saw. If you want to see more like it, I'd love to do more builds for you guys. I do a lot of random accessory builds on all of my weapons that I buy. So it is very fun to me. And I love to show other people my builds and my ideas and what I come up with. So thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, like, subscribe. We got some cool stuff coming up very soon, if this wasn't cool enough for you already. But anyways, be sure to get entered to win the UUQ 3-9x40 EG rifle scope. That is in my Facebook page. I'll leave a link down below, as I had mentioned. Once again, it does not cost you a dime to enter, guys, so be sure to go check it out, and we will be picking a winner on 12/20. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.